6'7", yacht, riz, sigma, edging. These are all terms you are all familiar with, right? These words are the catalyst to the worldwide phenomenon known as brain rot. When you hear the word brain rot, most would assume or consolidate it into one thing: stupid, dumb, restarted. Most of these words kids spew out nowadays are considered ignorant, blasphemous, and outright damaging to the brains and cognitive functions that these kids seem to lack. Hence the name brain rot. Now, this is seen as a huge issue in today's society, which is reasonable, but this concept of brain rot always makes me wonder, like, where did this all stem from, bro? Where did brain rot actually start? And was brain rot really a thing all the way back then? Was it considered brain rot, or was it considered something else? And that leads me into today's video. Today, I decided to research and better understand what slang / brain rot terms stemming all the way from the 1950s all the way up into now to the 2020s, bro, which is obviously the current era we live in right now. Even though brain rot is a relatively modern development, I personally feel like it all stems from just having slangs in general. Us as a society having the ability to create slang in certain cultural aspects and hip hop or whatever culture that it comes from. And that is why I will be referencing the past weird and creative terms that led all the way to today's time in slang, aka brain rot terms. You guys thought I forgot though, huh? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Live Fam. Gang. Now today, as you guys heard, I'm basically covering the evolution of brain rot. So without further ado, make sure to grab your popcorn and let's see. All right, first era, we're gonna be covering the 1950s, chat. This is, you know, back when I was born, whatever. I was like a kid, you know, doing the slang and all that shit, fam. But anyways, chat, the first one we're gonna be covering today is a term called ankle biter, bro. And that seems very weird. I don't know why people would say that back then, but basically it's often associated with anything like a child, a small aggressive dog, or even those annoying ass mosquitoes that we all hate, right? The origin of this word comes from the literal action of a small thing like attacking you, you know, your ankles and stuff, because that's literally how small they are. You know, when it comes to kids, they're too small, so they start grabbing on your leg or biting your leg, whatever, trying to get your attention. So obviously we got the literal meaning of ankle biters, like those stupid chihuahuas that just constantly bark and then try to bite your ankles. Or it can also correlate with the metaphoric concept of a kid grabbing for an adult on their leg for attention, bro. Fun fact, this word's earliest use was actually known to be all the way back in the 1830s, so that was pretty cool to me. Next one up, we got backseat bingo, bro. And I want you to try to guess what this term means before we talk about it, right? Just guess. You know what I'm saying? Put it in your head right now. Guess. So basically, backseat bingo means to like make out and do inappropriate things in the back seat of a car, bro. So it's literally you're playing bingo in your back seat in the Tingo. Wait, that did not make sense. Now, back in the 1950s, car culture was really popping, bro. Like, you know, those super colorful cars and stuff. A lot of super rare cars came out of the 50s, and if you have some of them now in good condition, you can make a lot of bang from your butt, boy. Or it's just gonna be worth a lot in general. So because of the whole car culture popping, that's kind of like where this term came from. Like, oh, we gonna play backseat bingo today with the hus. But they didn't say hus back then, but you know, you get what I'm saying, bro. All right, just to let you guys know, I totally forgot to mention this, but I am only gonna be referencing 3 slang words from each era so that this video doesn't get too long, and we can also just get to the nitty-gritty of things. So obviously I'm gonna miss a lot of slang from each era, so don't be in the comments like, dang, you missed this one, you missed this one. Like, I know, bro. I'm just getting the 3 that I found the most appealing to me. So the last one for the 1950s is actually gonna be knuckle sandwich. Now, if you hear somebody say knuckle sandwich, bro, they basically mean they gonna stuff their fist in your mouth. And some people might like that, but most people don't. Are you really gonna ride your motorcycle while I'm recording right now, bro? Get your ugly. Anyways, chat, the literal meaning, you know what I'm saying, you're eating a fist, hence the knuckle sandwich, because you're eating a sandwich of somebody's fist, bro. You guys get it, bro. That's where the origin was. And knuckle sandwich was actually used in a lot of cartoons, bro. I could like think about it. I don't know. I feel like it's been used in Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, like all those vintage cartoons have probably used knuckle sandwich at some point, bro. All right, let's head into the 60s, bro. In the 1960s, the first slang that we're looking into is dig, bro. And no, I'm not talking about stop digging in your butt swing. Stop digging in your butt twin. No, I'm not talking about that, bro. So back then, people used to say like, can you dig it? Can you dig it? Are you digging it? And it basically meant like, do you understand what I'm saying? Do we both have the same understanding of what's going on here? So don't worry, no one's asking you to dig a grave, bro. Next term is gonna be groovy, bro. So groovy means something very good, cool, or pleasing. So if someone calls you groovy, they're basically saying that you have aura. Like in now time when we say, oh damn, that guy has aura. RICHLEV has aura. He has the most aura I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, I can't believe this. And I'm just like, thank you, bro. Like, I appreciate it. Hey, calm down the applause, okay? The crowd needs to calm down, bro. I know I have too much aura for this, but we got to get back to this video, okay? But yeah, they're basically saying you have aura, you know what I'm saying? For anybody that wants to correlate back then terms with today, you know? Last but not least, we got the word split, bro. So basically, people used to say like, oh, we got to split. We got to split. Let's split, you know? And that means to leave a place and often get out of a, you know, problematic situation. So like, you know, the cops arrive and you know you're doing something illegal, or you know your friend got some drugs in the car. Hey, bro, we got to split. We got to split, bro. Come on. Let's split. No, so that doesn't mean like if your friend said to split, that doesn't mean go do this. Next up, we got the 1970s, bro, where I was born. The first word up, we got stone fox. Now, if you were a woman and you were back then and you got called a stone fox, you basically got to take that as a compliment, because they're basically calling you the most beautiful thing they've ever laid their eyes on. But yeah, it basically means you're really attractive, you know? And I was looking up, you know, the origin of it, and basically like fox meant attractive. Not sure how that correlates, but fox meant attractive, and stone, as in stone cold, meant basically it was thorough and complete. So both of it together, stone fox, made for a, you know, a slang term that meant you got a nice butt. Just kidding. You don't have a nice butt, but like, I mean, you probably do, but no, that's not the point, bro. The point is you're very attractive, woman. Next one up, we got freaky deaky, bro. And bro, the first person that comes to mind when I hear the words freaky deaky is Corey Kenshin, bro. Shout out Corey Kenshin, bro. But yeah, bro, that one clip where he's like, you want to get freaky deaky? I don't know what it was, bro, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. But basically, yeah, it means something strange and unusual. Pretty self-explanatory. You could get what freaky deaky might mean back in the day, or even right now, bro. So, you know, stay safe, stay freaky and deaky. Last but not least, we got take a chill pill, dude. Take a fucking chill pill. And it's basically a command to just tell yourself to calm down, bro. They want you to take some drugs to make you chill, because you're doing too damn much. You gotta calm down, bro. But yeah, someone back then told you to take a chill pill. Like, you really gotta watch your attitude, your temper. You're probably getting mad. You're probably getting frustrated, and you just need to relax, bro. It's not always that serious, bro. Next up, we got the 1980s terms, bro. And the first one being gnarly, dude. That's just gnarly. The literal meaning of gnarly means to be naughty or crooked, but it was adopted by surfer slang. And at first, when it was adopted as surfer slang, it basically meant like it was a messy, dangerous, a big wave coming in. And then it eventually adopted as something else, meaning that it was just, you know, anything difficult, challenging, or just cool. Or it can even mean it's disgusting. Like, oh my God. Next one up, we got gag me with a spoon. And that's exactly what it sounds like. The literal meaning of gag me with a spoon is like, put a spoon in your mouth and make you vomit, because we all love doing that. We all do that every single day, right? At least once a day. Like, totally relatable. But anyways, chat, now this word is considered a valley girl phrase, indicating that something disgusts them. So if you were back in the 80s and you walked past a group of husbands and they like, oh my God, gag me with a spoon, dude, then that basically means you ugly and you chopped as hell, but like, I'm sorry to say it, like, it is what it is. You chopped. Well, that's one of the words we use today. But you get the point, bro. Gag me with a spoon pretty much means like, I'd rather just vomit. I'd rather vomit than see this abomination in front of me. Last word in the 1980s that I studied was bitching, bro. And obviously this has a negative connotation to it. Like, you don't want somebody to say you bitching, you know what I'm saying? But you'll be surprised what it actually means. It was first used in the 1960s, but rose back to popularity in the 1980s. Basically means something marvelous or wonderful, bro. So if someone is saying like, damn, bro, that's bitching. Hey, your car is bitching, bro. That basically means like they complimenting you, like something's really cool, bro. This would be surprising to someone that just knows English and knows the word, you know, the B word. I don't want to say too much. I'm gonna get demonetized to say too much. YouTube's so sensitive, bro. Don't say bad words too much. Shut up, bro. If you don't know the term bitching, then you probably gonna get offended if someone says that back. Bro, you bitching, bro. Because it like means like, you know, obviously if someone says you bitching about something, that's like a negative thing. You don't want to get in that territory, especially as a man, because you're so manly. And if you see red, you better run. Don't call me the B word unless you want to become my B word. Next up, we got the 90s term, bro. We're getting closer and closer to today's time. First one, we got all that in a bag of chips. So basically that describes something or someone that is exceedingly talented or exceptional. So if you're performing for somebody, you're on stage on a talent show or something, and people are just clapping, cheering, yay, damn. And you hear somebody in the crowd say, bro, all that in a bag of chips. Yeah, you gotta take that as the ultimate compliment, bro, because they basically calling you the aura king in nowadays. I gotta translate this to nowadays for the little jimmies to get what I'm saying. So it's pretty self-explanatory. All that in the bag of chips is like, you know, could be seen as like the highest form of compliment for someone. Next one up, we got home skillet, bro. Now this is a term of endearment for a friend or acquaintance or whatever you want to inquire to. It basically combined the words homeboy, everybody's heard homeboy before, and the word skillet to make just a fun and catchy phrase for everybody to say. So basically, if someone was calling you home skillet, they basically like, that's the closest of terms you can get to somebody, you know, because like home, obviously you're home, you're comfortable at home, and skillet is just, yeah, that's just the, I guess that was just an extra word that just sounded good. But basically, like, that's your closest homeboy, bro. You only call your close friends your home skillet. You don't just say that to anybody. So if someone calls you this back in the 90s, you must be honored. And last but not least, for the 90s, we got the word bugging. Basically, the definition is to act irrational, nervous, or crazy. And it comes from the original term bug. So like, you've heard of, oh, stop bugging me, like, or this kid is bug me, don't bug me. Oh no, it comes from don't bug me, which basically means like you're getting on someone's nerves. And I actually hear this slang a lot today, bro, and from what I've seen online and stuff, that is that this slang is usually linked to New York, you know what I'm saying? So if you're from New York, make sure to comment and let me know if that is a correct fact or not. Next up, we got the 2000s term, bro. Oh my gosh, this is ones that I'm super familiar with, not because I was born here. I was born in 1945, but I can still relate to 2000s because I grew up here. First one is the bomb, bro, and obviously I feel like this is very well interpreted. Like if someone say, oh shit, this is the bomb, that means like it's really good, bro. It's the bomb. But the literal definition is describing something excellent or the best, usually tied with hip-hop culture, as "the" is like an acronym for "the," of course, and the bomb just refers to something bomb, like something explosive, like an atomic bomb, you know what I'm saying? So like the explosion of it, the magnitude, it's just the bomb, bro. The next 2000 slang is the word noob, and this is used to describe someone that is new or inexperienced at something, mostly stemming from the gaming culture, bro. You know, when someone's new to a game, when you play Call of Duty, when you play Mortal Kombat, you're playing some type of online game where it's a competitive nature, and someone calls you a noob, it's like kind of the lowest, like it's almost a slur, bro. Like you don't want to be just called a noob all day on Fortnite, on Call of Duty, because you're ass and you gotta get better. But this can also be used as slang in any type of profession, any type of thing in the world, activities and hobbies you have. You can still be called a noob, you know what I'm saying? If you come into a new job, they can call you a noob. Oh, look at this noob, he don't know what he's doing today. He's over here flipping burgers. He's supposed to be flipping tamales, bro. Like what the fuck is wrong with him, bro? So it basically infers that someone is new or they suck at the certain activity that they're participating in. And last up for the 2000 slang that I looked up today is talk to the hand. Now everybody's heard this one, bro. Like literally comment right now if you haven't heard talk to the hand, bro. Basically, if someone tells you talk to the hand, they're basically telling you that they don't give a fuck about what you saying, and they want you to talk to the hand because they don't want to talk themselves. They don't want to talk to you. But the literal definition is that it is said to express dismissal, often with the hand gesture, basically telling someone to shut up and that you don't care what they're saying. Next up, we're on the 2010s vocabulary, aka terms of slang. Now this one is crazy. This one's called bae, bro. And bro, oh my god, chat, who remembers using this so much? This is like the corniest thing. Like if you say this nowadays, bro, like it's so corny to say, but it was so popular back then. It's basically a shortened version of babe or baby. It does have a meaning tied to it, like the acronym BAE stands for before anyone else. Oh my god, so lovely, so romantical. I want roses everywhere. Shut your ugly ass. It became widely popular on social media platforms and just the hip-hop culture movement in general. But yeah, chat, I feel like all of us remember bae, bro. I feel like from the 2000s till now, you guys are gonna know every single slang from here. Next one up, we got slang. And basically it's to do something exceptionally well or to just succeed at something in general. The word itself has an old English origins referring to striking and beating. So like you guys heard the terms like slaying the dragon, I'm gonna slay this animal, I'm gonna slay the deer, slay something, bro. So I guess it makes sense that, you know, slaying something is has a dominant connotation to it, to like, okay, I slayed this, like I finished this, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, so slay. But obviously it's more of like a feminine term, but guys could use it too, bro. We got feminine too, bro. Just kidding. Next one up, we got spill the tea. And you guys know what this is. It's basically to have like a gossip session with your friends or just anybody online, I guess, about details of something secretive. And it derives from the original phrase spill the tea, where it's literally like the tea. It's not spelled T-E. A is just spell the letter T, and the T stands for truth. You know what I'm saying? Back then, that's what it meant. Obviously sounds like T, so I'm pretty sure it was just adopted to say tea. And now the literal drink tea, like, okay, spill it for all of us to know. Next one up, we are entering the last era of the video, and that is going to be the 2020s terms and slang. Now there's lots and lots of slang, and the reason I believe is because from the 2000s on to here, bro, I feel like the growth of social media and just especially like TikTok and stuff, things that are just super digestible, and also is the reason we have lower attention spans as a whole, that in turn created a space to where we can create dozens and dozens of slang. Like, I know a lot of slang, you know what I'm saying, from my age, but there's also a lot of slang that I had no idea of, you know what I'm saying? And obviously we're only going to cover 3, and I do got a bonus one because I just was genuinely interested in this one because I don't know what it means still. But basically nowadays, bro, there's way too much slang to keep up, and I get how, you know, boomers and stuff are just like so lost, bro, because it's just a new slang every day. I feel like on TikTok it's like people's job to just come up with a new slang, you know what I'm saying? And it's very hard to keep up, but I tried my best to get like the most polarizing and also recognizable terms for these last 3 aka 4 that I've gotten here. Okay, so the first one is cap or no cap, bro, and obviously that's a big one. I feel like we're gonna be using this forever, bro, and it actually was used a long time ago, as I'll say right now. But cap basically means to lie, and no cap basically means you're not lying. You know what I'm saying? In the early 1900s, cap means to basically brag or boast about something. So the saying of no cap basically emphasizes truthfulness and also realism, you know? So if you were not capping, that means you were the truth, bro. You were the truth, and you're humble about it. You don't gotta cap about stuff, you know what I'm saying? Now, cap could be interpreted in lying, or cap can be interpreted in like, damn, like I'm bragging, like I'm capping right now, bro. Come on. I'm capping. I'm him. So you take it as you will, chat. The next crazy slang is gyat, bro. And I got some personal feelings about this one, but on the literal definition on the internet, it's an expression of excitement or an attraction. But let's be for real, chat. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know who Your Rage is, bro, make sure you guys search him up. Shout out Your Rage. Literally my favorite, you know, streamer slash YouTuber and stuff. I feel like we're kind of like each other in a lot of ways, so I guess that's why I like him and stuff. But basically, I know that he's the one that created gyat, bro. And people don't give him enough credit for this, chat. So if you haven't yet, go subscribe to Your Rage, because you guys are saying gyat every day, and it says it's an expression of excitement, but let's be real. We say gyat when we see a fat ass. Let's be honest. When we see a fat butt. But yeah, that's basically a gyat, bro. A fat ass. You know what I'm saying? BBL, TTL, all that shit. All right, next one is clocking. Oh my god, I hate that, bro. Oh my god, I hate it. But anyways, chat, it basically means to notice, recognize, or call out a hidden truth or someone's real intentions or motives. It originated back then in the Black and LGBTQ ballroom scene of the 1980s and 90s, where to clock someone meant to see through their facade and recognize hidden truths about them. But honestly, whenever I hear clock, I feel like people just say clock it to anything, bro. Like, you could like roast somebody online and be like, clock it, or they'd be like, you could achieve something, you know what I'm saying, post you graduating something, and something like, clock it. Like, literally, I feel like it doesn't have one definition. It's like, it's just, I guess it's just a positive reinforcement in some way of a slang. But yeah, chat, I hear that a lot, so that's what it is. And then this one, last but not least, is one that I still don't understand, even with the definition and stuff. But basically, it's called 6 7 6 7. I don't know how it goes, bro. Don't judge me, bro. But basically, when I looked it up, it said it originated from a song in 2024 by the artist Skrilla, popularized on TikTok. It's used to describe something unexpectedly good or tall, often as a compliment or expression of surprise. Now, I did see this one TikTok one time where these, like, I think they're a basketball player or something, but it's like they were asking them like a question, right? And then the guys were like, oh, I'm about like, I think they asked them their height or something. Maybe it's their height. It's like, oh, I'm about like 6'7" or whatever. And that's the first thing I've seen of the whole 6'7", and then from there on I started seeing it everywhere, chat. But I don't know, does somebody have a better explanation, because this is a relatively new slang, bro, and I still don't get it, bro. So is 6'7" just mean like, oh, that shit's cool, like, you know what I'm saying, you're unexpectedly cool, you know, you're clocking it, you're owning it, you're rizzing it? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know these fucking terms, but you guys let me know, chat, and let me know your favorite slang from the 50s up until now, chat. I hope you guys like this type of video. I'm looking to make more videos where I do like research and, you know, studies different things, bro, because 1, it helps my brain get better. 2, it helps your brain get better. And 3, it provides something new for the channel, as I'm always searching for, you know what I'm saying? That's why I've been doing the IRL videos, chat. As you can see, there's packages in the back, and those packages are going to be used for a video really soon on TikTok shop products. All right, so yeah, chat, thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that's pressed the like, that's pressed my videos, bro. You guys mean the world to me. Let Fan Game, we always on top forever. We never going away. All right, chat, and yeah, chat, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.